right, geometry. Today is lesson 10-7, areas of circles and sectors. So area of a circle you're very familiar with. Area is pi r squared. Area of a sector, so there's your circle. This would be a sector within the circle. Area of a sector is the measure of that arc divided by 360 times pi r squared. So it is just like what you did yesterday with the area of the arc, or arc length, finding arc length, sorry. So it's the same thing. The only thing different is instead of circumference, you are using the area formula. So that's the only difference with that one. So let's do an example here so I can show you how to do area of a sector. So say I want to find the area of this sector right here. So I'm just going to label it A, B. So my measure of AOB, let's say that's O, is the 50 degrees over 360 times pi, R is 100, sorry, R is 10 squared. Okay, so 50 over 360 reduced is 1 over 72. So this would be 1 over 72 times 100 pi. So I'm going to leave it in terms of pi. I'm going to want to leave this in terms of pi. So I'm just going to take, and it equals 100 over 72 pi. I'm going to reduce that 100 over 72. So I'm going to sit there and get it into a reduced fraction. And I get 25 over 18. So the area of that sector is 25, not 24. 25 over 18 pi. Okay, so there's your area of a sector. Leave it in terms of pi. Leave those in terms of pi. I'm going to want to see them in terms of pi. A lot of other formats like to see them in terms of pi. So again, going over it one more time. Area of this sector right in here, you take your angle over 360 times pi r squared. R is 100. So it'd be 1 over 72. I just reduced that down. 1 over 72 times square the 100 pi. So then it'd be 100 over 72. Reduce that fraction to get 25 over 18 pi. And a lot of those fractions, when they get big like that, to do it a fast, easy way, rather than keep dividing by 2, keep dividing by this, on your TI-84 calculators, okay, if you go to, you type in, let's say I typed in 100 over 72, so I got my decimal. If I go to my math button and go to frac, right there, and hit enter, there's how I can get my fraction very, very simply and very easily for those that wanted the little lesson on that. So there's a nice, fast, easy way to do the fraction mode on your calculators. So next thing, segment of a circle. A little bit more work when you're dealing with the segment of a circle, because we're finding this little piece here. So we're basically essentially taking that triangle away from that sector. So the first thing I'm going to find is my sector. So I'm going to do my sector equation. So my sector, the measure of AOB, is the 120 degrees over 360 times 24 pi r squared. Okay, so I put the 24 in there. Okay, 120 over 360 is 1/3. That's an easy reduction. 24 squared is 576 pi. So 1/3 of 576 is 193, I think. 192. So this would be 192 pi. So we found that area of the sector, the whole area. So now you got this triangle here. And one thing, if I can draw the triangle right, close enough. So you got that triangle in there. if this is 120 degrees, these two sides both have to be 24. Why? That's an isosceles triangle. These are going to be congruent because they're the radius coming through. So to find the base and to find the height, I'm going to turn it into a 90-degree angle. So now I've got a right triangle that I'm pulling out of there. Half of 20 is 60, so I got a 30, 60, 90. If this is my right angle, across from it has to be my hypotenuse. Okay, so go back to your trig ratio, or to your special triangle ratios. The hypotenuse is 2s, so that means that s is 12, which makes this side 12 and this side 12 root 3. And we've done a ton of those special right triangles, so make sure you keep your ratios, s, 2s, s root 3. So now I can go ahead and find the area of this whole entire triangle. Area is 1/2 base times height. So this would be 1/2 my base. If this is my base, the whole side over would have to be 24 root 3. The height of that triangle is 12. Okay, so half of 12 is 6. 6 times 24 is 144. So this is going to be 144 root 3. Okay, to find the area of just that segment, I need to take the area of my sector, which was 192 pi, minus the area of that triangle. And you can do that all in your calculator. Okay, we can do it all in our calculator. 192 second, there's your pi, minus 144 second root 3, and you get 353.8. So this would be 353.8 feet squared. That is your area of that segment. Okay, so again, find the sector first, simplify it down, find the area of the triangle. If they give you a 90-degree triangle, look how easy that is to try to do, and then you subtract the two. Okay, so that's how you find the segment of a circle. These are going to be your hardest couple of problems to do, but they're not too bad as long as you show all of the steps. This stuff over here, pretty dang simple. Okay, so there it is. Lesson 10.7, sorry Thad, yes I keep coughing. Lesson 10.7, areas of circles and sectors.